Check it out. We back with another episode of Listen to DP. I got my boy Will, Justin, Devin. We've been dropping gems. We've been dropping entertainment, education, information, whatever you here for. We dropping it for you each week, each game, trying to go day by day drops for you. Today, we talking about, it ain't the freshest news, but we to it now. The Cowboys drama. We ain't talking about Django. We ain't talking about John Wayne. We talking about the Dallas Cowboys. How do you get CeeDee Lamb mama talking about Dak and them and everybody else? Well, Dak. Then here come Dak's people talking the next day. And then the next day, you got Michael Parsons people talking. Bro, the Cowboys, if they ain't nothing else, they are dysfunctional. Have we ever, think about this, have we ever seen two people of this stature on one team? You might hear it from one person's family, but two, let alone three people, your big three. That would have been like LeBron, D-Wade, and Bosh's family all just talking about shit like that. You don't see that? Like, how do all of the big three families get online with the Twitter fingers? Like, bro, we just had a bad year because of how we ended. Got a sour taste in our mouth. Something was happening with Dak and CD in that game, and we seen that. Everybody without knowing that was like, bro, where did this tension come from? Yeah. It's weird. Yeah. It's weird. And then obviously we get the stuff, bro. Leave the mama beat up to Angel Reese and Flage's mama. Leave that up to the girly girls and all of that. These are grown men. Mama, this is one thing we got to let mamas know. Let your man or your son handle their business amongst men.
Facts.
Yep. Stay out.
We can talk about what we need to talk to at the crib, but you got to let your man, your husband, even your son handle his business because you going to have him. He got to go deal with that. It's kind of like when you tell your son when he's young, hey, blah, 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 this, that. Well, when he go to school, he got to deal with that. When you know it out the car yelling at the kids that mess with him. If he going to do it, he going to do it. If not, he got to go to the lunchroom, to the bathroom, to the locker room.
Yep.
Think about this. Yeah. You got mamas, and then the problem is that's what started it, the mama. But then you got brothers, cousins on the Ceedees. Dak and Parsons side. Like, bro, chill out, bro.
Yeah.
Like, and that's a part of the respect for your guy.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Like, none of my people would do that because they know they don't want to put me in an awkward situation. Right? So you don't want to do that, man. We'll start with Devin. How you feel about what's going on in Dallas right now? Because it don't make no sense.
Man, these folks so childish, man. It's childish, and it's really sickening to see. Not only did we end our season like that, but now we got to hear this. So this not only taints this season, this possibly taints next season, right? Because now we're looking at chemistry issues. Now, we know that there was a crack there. Now you just expose it for the world to see, right? Like, y'all boys have been in relationships, right? Now, me, myself, I'm married. One of the first things that me and my wife established, period, anything that goes on in this house, stay in the house.
Facts.
Don't be telling your in-laws nothing about me, any of my faults. I'm not telling my mama and them anything about your faults, any of that. Because what happens, right? Once I begin to do that, they never going to look at me the same, right? If this is my guy, yes, I may have feelings. Yes, we may have certain things going on in the locker room. And yeah, I may need to vent to certain individuals. I may have to vent to my family about certain things, right? But for you to go out and because you can tell these are conversations that's been had in the family, right? This is not, as much as you say, well, my brother got his own mouth. He can say what he wants. Conversations have been had. Right? we know better than that, right? Yeah. Like, they are proving it. Go ahead and send that, dog. Go ahead and send that, dog. You good. You know what I'm saying? So my biggest thing is I'm looking at it from a standpoint, stuff that goes on needs to stay in-house. It does not need to be revealed. And then when we break down the things that people are saying, like for his mom to say Dak ain't it. Well, your son just had the best year of his career with that man as the quarterback. Let's just be honest, right? He had a career year. He gonna
son about to get, if not
broke
30
off.
million, very, very close, and they'll probably get 25. And that's if he obviously has to stay with the boys.
Exactly.
On the open market, he would go get 30. So shut up.
Easily. Hush, you know. And then you looking at it from a standpoint too. Now we look at Micah's brother, you know, looking at it and speaking on another man's money. He gotta take 40 or he need to leave. Bruh, don't dare speak on my money. Like I would have something to say about it, bruh. You don't know, hey, 40. No, not when the going rate is moving up. Business is moving up. Business
All
Oh,
types
got
of
40.
violations on that one. All types of
Yes.
violations, man.
Like business
Like,
is booming
what the
over here,
hell
homie.
you
Like
talking
what you
about?
think this is? Like, nah, I'm taking 40 nothing. And so
No,
then I look at it like for then him to say, well, you know, my brother is being messed over by his own organization and all this kind of stuff. Like that sounds crazy, you know. And like basically he's not being put in the best position, bruh. They got him where he works well off the edge. Like I mean, I don't want to see Micah in coverage. You know, I don't know about y'all. I don't want to see that. He in the best place for him to succeed. He gonna get a big contract too because of what he does in rushing the quarterback. Like, what are you saying? So I think they let and allowed the heat from social media affect them emotionally, and that's what we got. That's what we saw. Even Tad Prescott, right? Like looking at it, he kind of was on both sides. He was saying like, you know, I want my brother to leave, but then, you know, the city and the organization have been good to my people and been good to my brother. So it's like he's talking out of both sides, right? Now, he did say something to make us think, though, right? Let's say if Dak did decide to, hey, you know, I would go ahead and trade me. Let me go somewhere else. There's teams out there that need QBs. Like,
Yes,
Denver needs a QB. Like, you gonna ride with Jared Stidham? I mean, what we gonna do?
Yeah.
Like, Pittsburgh needs a QB. Atlanta needs a QB. Like, there's people who need QBs out here. So, I mean, he could possibly say he want to leave, you know, and go ahead. And then that leaves Dallas to the Trey Lance or the draft or whatever they're going to do, you know. So, I think guys just gotten emotional, man. They need to get their panties out of a bunch and just sit down and shut up.
Facts. What you thinking, Justin?
Man, all right, it's this right here in big, bold-ass capital letters. Let me speak for myself. Now, this right here, this is disrespect from their families to them first. So they think they throwing shade on these other players. No, you throwing shade on your son, on your brother, on your cousin, because that's what you're doing. Right now, you making it seem like their families don't respect them. Like the first thing should be the person who's the breadwinner in the family, who's bringing home the bacon, the bread, the eggs, everything. Hey, he should be running. He should be the only person running their mouth, talking about the finances. Everybody else, hey, your support cast. Just sit down, shut up, watch the game. Hey, if he come home upset, give him a little bit of a confidence talk. That's it. Don't bring out any type of bullshit like you've been doing. Like this really didn't piss me off, especially like all the players being black. We already got, you know, so many stereotypes on us right now, and then y'all want to be they are the three pivotal guys on the team, all black, and y'all want to come pull this crap right now after a bad playoff loss. Like, boys, y'all should be in the gym. like your family should be right there. Like Ceedees laying mama shit, throwing the ball outside. Like, hey, don't be over here tweeting and Instagramming and doing everything else. Like, hey, they need to sit back and see what the team really went through. And now, hey, it's about that chemistry will never be the same. No. I don't give a damn. Somebody get in, you know, talk some shit about me and everything. Hey, all right, yeah, I'll forgive you, but I ain't gonna forget that. Hey, that chemistry never gonna be the same. Hey, right there from day one, Dak and CD, that ain't coming back. So now they could have been friends, they could have been boys, but now they just co-workers.
God damn.
Facts. I agree.
Yeah, I'll let you get to it, but yeah, the chemistry is big, man. And when we talk about not only on the field, when those contracts start rolling around, will I take a little bit of this to keep CD? Will I take this to keep that? Michael, now it's like, bro, F you.
Yeah.
I want all my money.
I want all my chips. I want all my chips with dip.
Fact. So now with that chemistry broke, boys don't care about taking a short to keep
Hey, Devin, baby,
combo
hungry
going.
over here.
So man, what you thinking, Will?
Man, as people who have entered the journalistic field, let's look at the basics. Who, what, when, where, why. It's all bad. Everything is bad. The who's are bad. You got your 3 star players. If this was regular dudes or borderline friends do the practice squad, we just cut them and move on. You wouldn't even be here if your name wasn't Michael Parsons. If you weren't CeeDee Lamb. If it wasn't Dak's cousin. If that was I don't even remember that dude's name. Like goddamn, if that was old boy cousin that's been hurt on and off. Hell, if it was Schoonmaker's cousin, we'll get another 2nd round draft pick. We wasted one on you. Peace. Like that's a wrap. So the who is already bad. The what? Nothing they said. I think Dak's brother handled it the best just because he had some decorum about it. And he tried to keep it less about the players. And to be honest, he kind of he went after the fans a little bit on that. It was more so he was tired of the fans, the way the fans treated him. I've talked about that. I kind of agree with him on that.
I agree with him too.
But he still shouldn't have said whether I agree with him. And then you got what? The where. Bro, these are conversations for in person. If y'all got these kind of problems, and like you said, there's probably some truth to it being some of it coming from the players. So if y'all got these issues with each other, y'all need to be grown men about it and talk to each other and work this out as teammates. If you can't do that, you end up with stuff like that. And like you said, that destroys the chemistry. Yeah. And then what we got, the why. Oh, damn. I don't even want to dive into why this might be happening. It sounds like a lot of hating might be going. There's a lot of pocket watching going on around here. It might be Django, DP. It's a whole lot of niggas walking around. Who's that on that name?
On that name.
60 million. Who's that nigga with that 60 million on that name?
Like, hey, and the problem is the problem is the Steven ain't even Stephen Jones. It ain't even Stephen Jones when we talking about Steven.
Hey, say it's young Parsons. Y'all gonna give him the money? He getting the money.
Django remake ever. The white people ain't doing nothing wrong. They all just
nothing, bro. Nothing. Jesus, bro.
They over here Mandingo fighting, and they ain't even being forced. They just doing it to do it.
Just do it.
It's just terrible, bro. As
giving everybody a narrative.
As Cowboy fans, this is messed up, bro. Because like you said, the worst part about all this is that we just had the heartbreak we had. We trying to talk about draft. Look at what we need to do. Free agency. We got a lot of people we need to re-sign or not. And instead of that, we thinking, man, do we even need to watch next season? Or do we kind of already know ain't no way you're going all the way with this? The only silver lining I can think of, I can only think of one silver lining.
Oh, go ahead.
I only got one silver lining, and then you got it, Def. The only silver lining I can think of is that out of great conflict like this, if it doesn't break you, if they can figure out how to bring it together, then that's what brotherhoods are, strong brotherhoods are made of.
True.
Because the tightest brothers did the most fighting. I don't know if y'all have multiple brothers or one or big families. I have a big family. The people I'm the tightest with are the ones we made each other nose bleed. The ones who we never really had no beef. We also never really had no like deep, moments like that. We weren't really. But the ones you were fist fighting with, those be the ones you be ready to die for in the end, if you can get through it.
But the only thing about that is they ain't fist fighting. They Twitter finger. That's the difference.
Which is why
the how you really don't like is the ones you go back and forth with. Think about it. You never go back and forth with your homeboy online. I would just see you at the backyard, and that's the thing.
Yeah.
You ain't
somebody get Mike McCarthy some boxing gloves.
Right?
Sticks and stones, man. Sticks and stones.
Hey, let's go step on the Jayhawk. Put them gloves on. Let's step on the Longhorn. Every college Jayhawk. That's the only difference is you go back and forth with your brother for real. You don't go online with your brother.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's
right. And see, my biggest thing, to be honest with you, I think the only way, because Dak is so meek and so like chill, I think that's the only way this gets patched up, because he is who he is, right? His personality is so chill to where this could possibly blow over, because he may end up getting all of them in a room and having a conversation or whatever, because he seems like that type. Let me ask y'all this, though. The fact that nobody from the organization has stepped in and said anything yet. Like, you haven't heard Jerry say anything. Mike hadn't said nothing. Well, Mike probably he just glad to still be here, first of all. So he probably like, I'm saying that. I don't want to say
Mike
nothing.
ain't saying a damn thing. Mike counting his blessings right now.
So I'm just kind of surprised that Jerry hadn't said nothing. Steven hadn't said nothing about it, and they haven't done anything to kind of reel it in, honestly, like to spin it in no type of way. So, you know, that kind of surprised me. What about you guys? That surprised y'all at all?
I don't think anybody gonna speak on it. They just gonna let it die down.
They gonna let it blow.
Yeah. Hey, cause you already know it'll be like them black guys out there tripping again. Hey, that's what they thinking right now. So hey, they
Jerry
ain't
said,
nothing.
look. Jerry said, look, they ain't talking about that picture from 1960 right now. Everybody get that. Y'all let them talk about this. Yeah.
You
and
can't
Mike
go to school.
Mike is at the blinds at the window trying to see what they doing with Quinn. Like,
Yeah.
did they restart? Did he get a job? Is he gone?
Like, I don't want to fire him, but I hope he gets something. So that way, you know.
My job will be a little safer next year if we ain't got no candidates.
It doesn't surprise me though, because you're not gonna, like we said, you're gonna let them grown men hash it out because that's their families. There's not much they can say. Like, you can't come in the media and be like, well, they're all really friends, guys. You know what I mean? And this is what happens, especially after the season. Like, it's a little different in season because the media is gonna ask you.
Yep.
Yeah.
So you don't have to force yourself in. Plus, it doesn't surprise me anyway because there's no real leadership and people that really do anything in Dallas anyway. We talked about that. Nobody stands up for nothing in Dallas. So it is what it is, and to be honest, at this point.
Do you think Dak and Ceedees show up for the Pro Bowl? Do both of them show up?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
I think so. I think somebody not gonna go.
I think they both gonna show up.
I think somebody not gonna show. I can't wait to see it, man. Cause I want to see if both of them show.
Yeah,
I think that they'll show, and they may even try to play it cool just for media purposes. You know, try to talk a little bit, shoot the shit, but. Yeah, they ain't about to be like, hey, over there just
be good, y'all. Like,
chilling with each other.
Yeah, man. No, it'll be interesting. I think it'll die down just because there's so many other coaches, Super Bowls coming, Patrick, Lamar, other things, but you just don't want to see that in your organization from anybody, let alone your literally
The stars.
top 3 guys. The only thing we can do is add in Trayvon Diggs to basic. But look, Trayvon Diggs is the family member doing it to his brother, and he in the league.
Hey, but he knew to do it to another team. You know, he was smart enough. He was smart enough to do it to his brother's team. You know,
but think about that. After that happened, we saw Diggs' stats. He was up here 800 yards and then 400 yards. So
Allen immediately started throwing the other niggas.
Yeah.
So so that's big, man. But no, we'll let that go. And if anything else comes from it, we'll talk about it, man. Like I said, if y'all have not liked, subscribe, share, go ahead and do that with y'all's friends, families, and everybody else. We're going to keep bringing y'all, like I said, not only just the sports talk from the stats, X's and O's, but some entertaining subjects and topics like this, man. We out.
Stop being so sensitive.